honourable member.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move that Bill 30, Investing in a Diversified Economy Act, be amended as follows. A. Section 3.3 is amended by striking out may and substituting shall. B. Section 34.3 is amended by striking out may and substituting shall. Madam Chair, this amendment seeks to clarify the approval process for registration to be eligible for these two programs. It is important to note here that these amendments deal with the entity being approved to be eligible for these programs. It does not mean an individual or corporation would automatically receive tax credits from the government, so purely a clarification. They would simply be eligible for those programs as deemed appropriate by the minister. By making a slight wording change in two sections of the legislation, I feel the approval process would be much more transparent and understandable to the public. It has been noted earlier that some of the press releases that have gone out have been somewhat prescriptive in their nature, and I know that the minister's intention is actually for it to be much more broadly accepted, and that those opportunities for businesses to subscribe to it are much more broadly written. This is because the legislation as currently written, as an applicant investor corporation could meet all of the designated criteria, and the minister may approve this individual or entity. We would like this to be shall approve if they meet all the conditions, so that if the individual investor or company, depending on the program, meets all of the criteria as laid out by the minister, that the individual investor or company would automatically be approved as eligible, again, meeting all those criteria as outlined. Our caucus feels this removes headaches for the minister. I know he's going to have his hands full. We hope he's going to have his hands full with many applicants for the program. And the day the person will actually automatically approve investors and companies who are eligible, I think is a better way for them to know as they meet all the criteria that they will need to go through the process, but there is a high likelihood and in fact a guarantee that they will be moved through the program if all conditions are met. If it is left the way it is, it opens the door for a company which checks all the boxes and is for whatever reason, after not being approved, to claim the minister was somehow biased against him, and I'm sure the minister would not want to have any further opportunities for people to say that there was a bias for or against any sectors or individual companies. Again, not picking any winners or losers, particularly within the criteria prescribed. By changing one word in two sections, we can remove this potential headache and administrative burden for the minister, and I would ask that the House accept this and support this amendment. Thank you.
Any other members wishing to speak to Amendment A2? The Honourable Minister of Economic Developments.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And as I've expressed in the past to members of this chamber, amendments that are reasonable, that strive to improve the bill, that I'm completely open and our government is open to accepting them. This is one such amendment, that it's a very reasonable amendment, moving the word may to shall, and so for those reasons I will be voting in favor of this amendment.